Yo, what's going on, man? I want to get in here and tap into one of my TV shows I've been currently watching. I'm not sure if y'all updated or been tuning in, but The Shy is on season 7. I want to say it's a couple of episodes in. It might be like 6 episodes in now. Um, yeah, 6 or 7 episodes, or this week is week 6 or 7. I wanted to get here and tell you, just do a quick character breakdown on what I'm thinking about, how I'm feeling like about the characters, and where they're at in the show so far. I just want to go right down the list, starting with the list, little list I created. I want to start with Alicia, who was played by Lynn Whitfield. If you don't remember, last season, her son Rob, played by Iman Shumford, ends up dying. He ends up getting killed by Nuck. And now the season kicks off with her pretty much looking for revenge the whole season. Um, she's mentoring Lil Bakari. She's trying to get him a little book deal and stuff like that. So she got that going on. Tiff is pregnant with Rob's child. So she told her to move in because it's her first grandchild that she's had. She wants her to be around, make sure that she's safe and there's no issues. So she's trying to protect her. She's very strict. Then her boyfriend, I can't think of my boy name on the show right now, but he's pretty much the bodyguard for her. So he's going through hell and high waters to keep her satisfied. And they're just pretty much trying to find for the whole season so far. What I've got out of it is she's trying to find out who killed their son, and get revenge on him. Now that she's trying to get revenge, anybody that she feels like it's been an issue with, she's gonna take out. Um, that's where she's at right now. The next person on here, I would say, is Nuck. Nuck is the leader. Since Duda just got killed by Nuck, he's taken over the whole 63rd over everything crew that they got going on. So he's pretty much just setting everybody straight. Like, look, I'm the leader. Y'all report to me. Turn that light out. Turn that light out. Y'all report to me from now on. I'm running everything. Anybody that's disrespecting us, we just gonna lay him down. And he's trying to hide the fact that he was the one that killed Rob, because he told Alicia, "Look, I didn't have nothing to do with it. Actually, is the little homie that did it." So she ends up killing the little homie. I can't, excuse me, I can't remember everybody's name, but she ends up killing one of the younger guys that I was starting to think that it was starting to become one of those characters that was going to be around for a while, as long as the Shy continues to grow. But yeah, Nuck just doing all type of crazy stuff. He he's killing people in his own crew if they being flashy, doing too much, making too much noise, and that's where he at right now. And on top of that, he's trying to be involved with Tiff because Tiff believes, like, he's been being nice to her and everything. Um, he's been feeding Nuck, like, look, well, Nuck been feeding her things like, I ain't have nothing to do with it. I just want to help you out. But I think it's his guilty conscience knowing that he killed her baby dad, or her husband or something. I think that was her husband on the show. He's just trying to figure out a way to get close with her to gain her trust, so he don't blow his load and say that, hey, it was me that did it, because then that puts her in a position that can be life or death. So yeah, Nuck been going crazy so far this season. Next character I would like to tap into is, like I said, I'll go with Tiff. Tiff right now is like, she's grieving Rob dying. She's trying to continue her weed business. She just tapped into the mushroom business that one of the homies put her on. So she's just trying to find a ways to continue making money. But she's staying with Alicia now. So she's under her rules, kind of strict. She wants some type of, as my girl would say, somebody to comfort her, and she just can't do without being with a man. So the attention that she's been getting from Nuck and Trig, she's been enjoying, but she still can't get over the fact that she just lost Rob or whatever. And on top of that, we all know Emmett got kids with her, so he's been putting his bid in. Like, look, I still got love for Tiff. I want to make sure she's good at everything. So Tiff just in a bad place, man. She's trying to find out who killed them and stuff, if they're gonna get revenge or not. And then on top of that, Victor. Victor, aka Trig, he's been showing likeness in Tiff as well. So you got Nuck trying to get with her, and Victor trying to get at her. But I think she likes Victor a little bit more because he seems like the more reasonable guy, a guy that can be there, more emotional, and not in the streets or whatever, trying to do something positive. So that's where Tiff at. She's in a bad situation, just like I said, dealing with depression and mourning the loss of the person she's pregnant with right now. Next character we got is Bakari. Bakari is one of Nuck's right hand man. He was there when Rob died, so right now Bakari just wants to work on getting his book and get out the streets. He wants to make legit money. I want to say he wants to break away from the street life, but he really can't because Nut got him. Is like, look, I done upgraded you to being my right hand man. You can't go missing on me now. And on top of that, you know too much. You've been there with a lot of these bodies that end up dying, so you'll be guilty by association. So he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place as well. Um, the Professor Gardner, is encouraging him to chase this scholarship so he can go ahead and do some college courses and stuff like that and just be a better person, a better young man, and get out the streets. That's all they want to see him do. Um, at the close, I want to say like episode 6, he finds out that Reg is still alive, which I'll get into in a minute. And now that Reg is alive, it's a Detective Toussaint has been expecting that Reg was the one that got involved with some problems. If you don't know, Reg died off a couple of seasons ago, which is Victor and Jake brother. He was supposed to be dead, but he actually ended up missing. Like he just went off for a couple of seasons or whatever, and they just brought him back. And they're trying to accuse him. This Detective Toussaint is finding out that Reg been linked to a lot of stuff. So with Bakari knowing him as well, she's trying to get Bakari to pretty much snitch. So Bakari's just trying to get his life together, but now he got the detective in his ear. He got Nuck trying to keep him in the streets. He got the detective telling him to pretty much snitch and get this dude put to jail for life or whatever. So Bakari is just another character trying to get his life right as well. Reg, as I said, he reemerges after three, 2 or 3. I want to say about 3 seasons now. I thought they killed him off because they were saying he didn't want to be kissing a trans person on camera and stuff. He don't swing that way and stuff, which is respect. But they found a way to bring him back into the show, basically saying that he got shot, but nobody seen him die. He just went got away out of town, out of Chicago, until Duda ended up missing. So now he's back and he been on bullshit. He moved in with his with his little brother. Um, he's staying with Jakey right now, and the craziest thing happened. He's been staying there. He's pretty much been having Jakey. They running hitting ATMs, robbing people, getting little petty, committing little petty crimes. But Jake was doing his little clothing line thing. So he's like, "Look, bro, I'm doing my own thing. I don't need this type of money that you get. I'm gonna get my money legit way." And Reg, being the older brother, like, "Look, dog, that ain't what you about. That ain't what our family about. We criminals. You gonna do what I say and stuff." So he had to jack him up and like big bro him or whatever. But fast forward to this last episode, he ends up telling Jakey like, "Look, dog, you ain't got no women or nothing." He finds out he got a girl, and she ends up being older than him, which is she's really about Reg's age. What he does is he convinces Jakey, "Look, dog, you need to invite her over or whatever." And when he invite her over, he ends up trying to holler at his own little brother girl, and she ends up falling for it because she's feeling Reg more because that's his age range. So now Jakey got his older brother in his crib, lip locking with his girlfriend, well, his little girl that he thought that he was about to be cool with, and he didn't end up smashing her while little bro sitting out there crying on the couch, man. So it's like it don't get no lower than that. Like how you invite yourself to come stay with your little brother, take one of his chicks that he been messing around with that he just met. He said that they ain't really kicked it like that, and then off the strength, you just feel like, look, I'm back in town. We what you trying to do with my little brother and stuff, and convince him to let him smash. So he been telling going back and forth with Trig telling him like, look, bro, I need to get up out this crib. I need to get out my own crib because bro is tripping. If not, I need him to move out my crib because I don't want him around if he gonna be doing this petty stuff. You got me running around, um, putting me in danger when I'm just trying to live my life the right way and make y'all proud. Make moms and my older brothers proud. So Jakey been going through it, but Reg is like I said, he going crazy right now. Jakey, what I was saying, like with him, he's pretty much trying to what's it? He's torn between loyalty to Reg and his own life. Um, Jake pretty much, like I said, Jake pretty much had to move out his own house because his older brother was smashing on a girl that he invited over to kick it with himself. Like he ain't have nothing to do with that situation, but he made it about him. So yeah, Jakey's just in a position now. Like, look, I want to focus on my own stuff. Like I said before, I want to focus on my clothing line and make legit money. I don't want to be doing the street life stuff just because my older brothers did it. Vic was able to get out of it. Red is still a street dude. He just tore between that. So like I said, Jakey just moved out his own crib. Imagine that. Next, we have Pastor Zeke, and we got Charles, who is played by Routine. This season, Pastor Zeke, he was dealing with who was he dealing with? I want to say he was dealing with Duda, with him dying. Now he has to deal with Nuck, and what that situation is like they be doing money laundering, they doing certain stuff, but they funding the church, and Pastor Zeke is one of those shiesty church members, one of them shiesty pastors that he's glorifying God, got this whole black crowd, but in the meantime, his mistress named Sarah is a white woman, and he knows that like, look, if I get caught with this church stuff is over with. They're gonna expose him. He'll probably get ran up out of Chicago. They might hurt the man, but he's dealing with that. And Rutimi is the same way, aka Charles on the show. He comes off as a lover boy, one of those like an usher or somebody that's what's under a pastor, like a deacon or something. And he's smashing on all these women. He's going to meet up with them and praying with them, but he's preying on these women that are single, going through hard times. He's coming off as a good guy, but he's really just running up his numbers in Chicago. So at the same time, with him doing his dirt, he's trying to tell Pastor Zeke not to be doing dirt, and mainly because she's a white woman. If the church was to find out about it, like I said, the whole thing would be exposed. So that's what those two got going on. Damien is Emmett's little brother. Um, a couple of episodes in, he just found out how to play spades. It's starting to show that he's a gambler, a hard gambler. So now that he learned how to play spades, he won his first win. He's been meeting up with some of Emmett homies to play spades, but they playing for big time cash. So fast forward to like episode 5 or 6, he's in a situation where he owes some money, and he's starting to borrow a lot of money. He's getting too aggressive. Um, Dame and Emmett dad been telling him like, look, well, their dad been telling Emmett, hey, I don't want you letting your brother borrow no money and stuff because he got a gambling problem. Please don't do it. Anyways, and fast forward, Emmett ends up letting him hold 3 stacks. He goes to gamble and he loses all the money. So now he's in a situation where he's losing all this money gambling, and he's like I said, he's playing with house money because you got your brother. They just let you into their life and trying to do right by you, trying to build a relationship, but you're borrowing money and losing the money. So it's not a good look for him. Um, Trig, what has Trig got going on right now? Um, Trig pretty much is just trying to be the big brother to Jake. He's dealing with Reg being alive, his younger brother, because Trig is the oldest. He's trying to get Jakey to follow the straight path that he's been following, and then trying to check Reg. Like, look, just because you back don't mean you running nothing. We're not doing the street stuff. If that's what you want to do, you go ahead and ruin your life. But I'm not gonna let you do it to our youngest brother. Gone with that bull you got going on. But as I said earlier in the episode, Vic is starting to feel Tiff. So it's starting to look like he's trying to make his move on Tiff, and maybe possibly be in a relationship with her sooner or later before the season ends. Who else we got on here? Emmett. Emmett is dealing with the death thing. He was getting paid big money by Duda, so he got all his loans, his house loan, and everything. All his funds was coming from Duda, but now he has to be a straight businessman at his what is the Smokies. I think it's Smokies. Pardon me if I'm wrong, but Smokies, their barbecue spot. Being a businessman, being the manager there, so he has to lock in on that. On top of that, um, Keisha is pregnant. She's getting tired of living in Chicago because the city just dangerous. Everybody dying around her. So Emmett's just trying to mature from being that baby daddy that had all these kids that wasn't doing right by none of them. Now with him being a husband, or Keisha's boyfriend or husband, he's just trying to do right and make things go right with him and Keisha so they can build a family up. So he's dealing with that. Um, like I said, with Tiff dealing with her situation with Rob dying, he feels away because he's like, well, that is still my baby mama too. She got kids with me, so he's kind of emotional about it. And it's like he feeling Tiff too. So it's like Tiff got like 3 or 4 dudes trying to holler at her, even though she pregnant. They trying to play stepdaddy or whatever. But like I said, Emmett really the main thing is he's dealing with financial problems due to not being around no more. So really, with Nuck in charge, I think he's gonna have to start dealing with Nuck on getting money. But like I said, the way that Nuck's set up, he want people to do dirt and make money the dirty way. So that's where Emmett is right now. I know I'm missing somebody on here. Keisha, like my fiance been telling me, man, Keisha just been nagging this whole for the really the last 2 seasons. All she does is complain. So that's what Emma's dealing with. He thought that he was doing right by getting with her, them having a child together, getting her pregnant, trying to make it work. But she just nags about everything, which is okay because she's nagging about certain stuff that makes sense. Like, look, I don't want to be raising our kids around Chicago if it's a possibility that they could get shot in this area. Then on top of that, I don't want you to be getting dirty money. I want you to get a legit job and make money the right way, just in case something happened. Because if you getting dirty money, you end up doing prison time. You leaving me here with the kids, and we watching one of your other kids that you got with Tiff to give her a break. So it's just too many. Emmett got too many kids, and Keisha ain't trying to hear that. But she has been. I will say, I know she's probably a great person in real life, but as far as the show goes, she's been annoying as hell. Just nagging Emmett, and he doing his best, man, just to keep this woman happy. I think that's everybody. That might be everybody. Yeah, that's everybody, man. But overall, with this season so far, I'm enjoying it. Um, I just want to see who Tiff's gonna end up with this season. Who else gonna die on this episode? I can't think of Lala's character on here, but she just got married to what's his name? It's a light skinned buddy on here. I can't think of his name. They just got out of prison not too long ago. They end up hitting off, and he tells her like, "Look, I was saving myself for marriage," and he just said, "Boom, look, I'm ready to engage and have sex and stuff. Let's get married." And they end up getting married. But then after they got married, a couple of days later, he's out one of the hottest days of the summer. He's out delivering and everything, and he ends up taking a pizza or some barbecue to Reg in them crib, and while he was going to visit, well, drop this the order off. Um, Alicia and her boyfriend, or was it Bakari? Either her boyfriend or her bodyguard or Bakari was sitting up in the car and they staking out because they saying like, I think Reg was the one that did it. He just came back to town. I think he the one that killed your son. And they staking out, and Alicia just opened up fire trying to shoot at Reg, and she ends up killing the delivery guy who is married to Lala. So I expect these next couple episodes they about to figure out like who is sending all these hits on everybody in our circle. That everybody that we all know each other. We most of us work with each other, so it's a lot going on. And I know I'm pretty sure I ain't cover every character. Um, what's my boy name? Big Dog. Papa, man. He's one of them characters like I thought like he was one of my favorite characters, but now he's complaining about everything because he been on Pastor Zeke, which his mama told him, look, Pastor Zeke ain't no good dude. You don't need to be around him. And now he's starting to see Pastor Zeke for who he is, conniving snake as pastor. So Papa just been complaining, trying to tell him to do the right thing and stuff, but he really ain't had no big standout this season. Really, the last 2 seasons, it don't seem like he been doing too much ever since his pops died. His character kind of simmered down. He's not one of those top characters anymore. But anyways, that's what I got for the Shy. This is season 7 that they're on. It's with this being like episode 6, with it being about 3 or 4 more episodes after the season is over with, I'll come back to y'all and give y'all my full breakdown on how the season ended up and what I thought about the season. But until then, like, share, and subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your latest TV show updates on Facebook, YouTube, and